guys, how's it going? Hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to my Let's Play series for the visual novel Warm. To give a brief recap, when we last left off, we'd been introduced to Megumi, her dad, and some of her classmates. We'd learned that Megumi is kind of a loner. We'd paused the game near the end of a flashback where Megumi ran into two of her classmates in the bathroom eating lunch, and they'd caught Megumi off guard by addressing her familiarly with her given name rather than her surname. So it kind of seems to me that these two classmates at least are interested in getting to know her, and it'll be interesting to see whether they succeed, because it seems to me like part of Megumi's isolation is self-imposed, and it's not entirely clear how much she wants to be alone, and how much is her just having adapted to being alone. So let's jump in and see where this goes. And after that, they've just been acting so familiarly. I don't know what did it. Was it me inviting them to the classroom? Talking to them? Something more than, I'll collect homework now? Oh well. Doesn't really matter, does it? I finish looking over my work just as the bell chimes. Everyone begins to drift to their rightful seat, including Inoue and Ueda. They sit with just one desk between us, so I can hear Inoue talking as she takes her seat. Ueda sits behind her. How could Shimizu say something so cruel to me? The break in her voice is back, faint but still audible. I can't believe she would be so mean. Ueda sounds uncomfortable. Inoue just sniffs. She's so mean to us. I'm positive she's doing this on purpose. She knows full well I can hear her. But I say nothing. I don't mind her talking about me. It's just words, and besides, I'm used to it. If I just ignore her, I'll be fine. The bell chimes again, and Ms. Haruna returns to stand at the front of the class. I immediately take the lead. We all bow, say our good mornings, and retake our seats. Good morning, everyone. Ms. Haruna smiles at us. Before we begin class, I have an announcement to make. The atmosphere changes. I hear Inoue start whispering to Ueda. I perk up a bit myself. I didn't know anything about an announcement. We have a new student joining us today. I remember Miss Haruna leaving earlier. Was she talking to a new student just outside? Come to think of it, wasn't that girl? You may come in now. The door opens, and sure enough, it's her. I blink, a bit surprised by this turn of events. What are the odds that the new girl ends up in a class with me? What are the odds I'm the first student she saw? She smiles, waiting as everyone whispers and stares at her. Hi, my name is Hinata Mikami. My interests are fashion, candy, and shopping. My mom and I moved here for a more peaceful change of scenery. I've only been here a day and I already love it. I hope we can all get along. She bows and everyone claps for her. Miss Haruna gestures to the empty desk between myself and Inoue. Inoue. You may take a seat next to Shimizu. She's our class leader, so if you need any help, ask her, okay? Oh. Mikami's eyes light up as she recognizes me. We've met already. Wait, you have? But Mikami isn't listening. She just skips over to her new desk, setting down her school bag and taking a seat. Miss Haruna blinks, clearly taken aback, then begins class. I'm still a little surprised. Really, what are the odds? Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. Miss Haruna closes her lesson book and heads for the door. Okay, everyone, lunchtime, I'll see you in a bit. Her voice is barely heard above the noise everyone makes. Chairs are scooted back, desks are shoved together, so there's the sound of metal scraping tile. Bags open, kids run out of the room to buy bread or convenience lunches while calling out for requests. I stay put, taking my bento and popping off the lid. I can't help but smile a little when I see my lunch. Dad put more chicken in it than what I considered usual. An extra treat for the day. I hear the sound of metal on tile again and look up. Mikami is pushing her desk over to Fujita and Kotobuki. She also has a small crowd formed around her already, our classmates greeting her or asking a quick question before scuttling back to eat. Well, she's certainly popular. Off in the farthest corner of the room, Inoue and Ueda sit at some empty desks with their own food. Inoue is talking away, gesturing so wildly with her fork, I think her salmon croquette is going to go flying. Her bad mood certainly didn't last long. Truthfully, despite the delicious food, this is my least favorite part of the day. Everyone else is gathering together in groups, pairs, or leaving the room with someone. And I sit at my desk, a lone island. It's my own fault, though. I've never been too good at conversation or interacting with others. I'm nobody to blame but myself, really. I always think it's easier being alone in the early or late hours of the day, and it's true. The alternative is being alone in a crowd and seeing exactly how alone you really are. Midway through my rice, I hear my name. Shimizu, over here! It doesn't sound like they're talking directly to me, so I don't answer. I just lift my eyes, looking around the room from beneath my lashes. My gaze falls on Mikami, gesturing vaguely with her juice box. She's whispering about me. I can't hear what the reply is, or the rest of the conversation. I do say Inoue walking past her to the trash can, though, and her eyes flit from Mikami to me. I ignore this and go back to eating. The rest of lunch passes in relative peace. The bell finally chimes, and I lead the class in a farewell. Miss Haruna closes her books, gathers her things, and leaves. Goodbye, everyone! I'll see you all tomorrow. And a small crowd forms around Mikami as she fetches her coat. They've crowded around her during lunch, too, but I guess they still haven't had enough. I don't blame them, though. New transfers are always exciting. Mikami? She's cute. I won't deny that. She's a cute girl. I'm not surprised she has a lot of people admiring her already. If I'm being honest, I think I'm a bit jealous. I can hear people talking to her as I gather up my things. Where'd you live before, Mikami? Ah, Sapporo. Whoa, I've always wanted to see Sapporo. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, so if I'm butchering it, I'm very sorry. You should. It's really beautiful. Your coat's so cute, Mikami. Thank you. Mikami. Inoue pushes to the front of the group, Ueda closing behind her. A few people step aside to make room for Inoue. From where I stand, I can see a few people giving her looks. Inoue isn't exactly popular. She smiles sweetly, innocently. I can't tell if she's oblivious to the looks people are giving her, or if she just doesn't care. She steps too close to Mikami, making her take a step back a bit. I'm Tomomi Inoue, and this is Yu Ueda. Ueda nods once. Welcome to our class, and if you want, I can be your friend. I know a lot of people, and I can also tell you who to watch out for. Okay, she reminds me of Draco Malfoy in Book 1 of Harry Potter. Oh, here we go. I sigh, putting the last of my notebooks into my bag. Watch out for? Uh-huh. A lot of people here are real bad. A bunch of bullies and brats. Inoue is the only kid I know who calls kids her own age a brat. Inoue's voice lowers, though not nearly enough. A lot of people here are really mean, like Shimizu over there. From below my lashes, I see her point in my direction. You need to be careful around her. She's awful. Huh? Shimizu? Mean? Mikami frowns, shaking her head. I don't know. I met her outside earlier, and she helped me out. She seems pretty nice to me. She only helped because she's class leader. Really, she's stuck up and rude. She looks down on the rest of us a lot and says lots of bad things. She pauses, and I hear her voice tighten. I've been dealing with her for years now. With a dramatic swipe at her eyes, Inoue squares her shoulders and looks back at Mikami. But I'm warning you because you sit next to her. She is not a nice person. I don't hear how Mikami responds. I close my school bag, clicking the clasp louder than I probably needed to, and quickly walk away from my desk. Ah, Shimizu! I walk down the hall, weaving around the other kids on their way home or going to clubs, or just milling about in the hallway. I've never been part of clubs myself. I know I probably should. It looks better when you're applying to high schools or university. But I can't bring myself to do it. I wouldn't get along with anyone anyway. I'd probably just be in a corner by myself while everyone else talks and hangs out. Maybe I'll try next year, or third year. Shimizu? Hey, Shimizu! Fast footfalls catch my ear, and then a second later Mikami zooms up to me. Hey, Shimizu, hey! You're going home? Yeah. Can we walk together? I suppose. We'd end up walking together anyway, at least for a bit. There's just one single one-way road leading up to the school gates. Mikami grins like I just offered her 10,000 yen. Thanks! As we continue on our way, she starts happily chattering at me. So, listen, I wanted to thank you again for helping me earlier. What, telling you which door was unlocked? It was nothing, really. But I'd never figure it out if it weren't for you. I'm sure you would have eventually. So, how long have you been class leader? Since the year started? Yeah. And the year before that. And before that. Pretty much since second grade, really. Every time it came time to choose a leader, everyone voted for me. I don't mind much. I've come to expect it. Sounds like a lot of responsibility. Not as much as you would think. I'm not sure where the sudden modesty is coming from. I guess I didn't want to give her the wrong idea. About the job, I mean. I just come in early to help Ms. Haruna with anything Ms. Haruna needs. I lead the class in greetings and I act as go-to-between for the class and student council. You're not on the student council yourself? You seem the type. No, I'm not. I just never felt a need to. You'd be good at it. You've only known me a day. How could you know that? Mikami runs around to stand in front of me. She moves so suddenly I have to quickly stop so I don't run into her. She beams at me, oblivious to our near collision. You want to know a secret? I can read people, like their aura and personality and all that cool stuff. And I can tell that you're awesome. What? You'd be great at student council, and everyone would like you, I can tell. What? The air feels colder as I stare at her. Something swells in my throat. Hey, Mikami. I don't think you're as good at reading people as you think you are. Oh? How come? My mom always says I'm great at it. Mikami, I want to tell her the truth. Nobody likes me. But that would make me sound like Inoue. It'd sound like I was fishing for compliments. I pause, shaking my head. I go for a different excuse instead. I'm not interested in student council. Oh, then, I walk around her, continuing on my way. Mikami stands there a few seconds before running to catch up with me. A few moments later, we reach the end of the road, the way to town spread out in front of us. Figure this is where we'll part ways. But Mikami continues to follow me. Hey, we go the same way! She says it like she's discovered a great treasure. Looks like it. Mikami falls into line with me and we continue walking. She hums slightly under her breath. We keep walking down one road, another, we turn the same corner. This is getting strange. You sure you live in this direction? If she's just following me unthinkingly, well, I don't want her to get lost. Yeah, I do. Well, it looks like we're going to be stuck together a bit then. We keep walking. After a while, I struggled to think of something to keep the conversation going. Only because it's so awkward to walk in dead silence, especially if it becomes a repeated occurrence. If we end up walking in the same direction every day from now on, doing so in silence will just feel weird. I pick a safe topic to talk about. How do you like Ikigai? Oh, it's pretty nice so far. Really peaceful and quiet. I kinda miss the shopping malls, though. You mentioned you like shopping during your class introduction, right? Yeah. Do you like shopping? Not really. Oh. Mikami chews on the inside of her cheek, darting her eyes around. But, there is a shopping area in Midtown. It's probably not as big as what you're it's probably not as big as what you're used to, but you might like it. I feel the need to tell her a bit about Ikigai, kind of like how I have to tell her about school. Not to mention I feel bad for raining on her parade a bit there. Oh, thanks! I'll look it up when I get home. We turn another corner. Again, together. Maybe we could shop together. Wait, what? Me? Sure. I know you said you don't shop much, but it could just be a hanging out thing. We live in the same direction, we sit next to each other, you were the first to talk to me. I think the stars are aligning to make us friends. Somehow I doubt the stars are doing anything. I don't know about that. Well, then, how about acquaintances? Friendly neighbors? Classmates who talk more than sometimes? I'm saved from answering when Mikami suddenly stops at a corner in the road. Oh, wait, this is my stop. She smiles and points down the road. I live down that way. As if it weren't obvious. My house is right in the middle. Where do you live? One more block down. I live 2 houses away from the corner. Ah, we live close together. How lucky. Yeah. Well, I'll see you tomorrow, Megumi. Wait, Megumi? Hey! I try to call after her, but Mikami is already running down the road to her house. I don't think she can hear me anymore. Weird. I watch her turn and vanish into one of the houses, and then I continue for home. I'm home. Welcome home, kiddo. Dad comes in from the kitchen, wiping his hands on his pants. You didn't start cooking without me, did you? Oh, no. I only washed the rice. Meet me in the kitchen in a little bit, and we can get started. Okay. A short time later, I'm changed and standing in the kitchen with Dad. In front of us sits an array of vegetables, spices, and some meat we picked up yesterday. It's curry night from the looks of it. Dad and I always cook dinner together. We have since I was 7. I'm not entirely sure what started it. Maybe I just wanted to help out. Maybe he thought I'd like company instead of playing by myself. Either way, after Mom left, we've always done this. It's nice. I think it makes the food taste a bit better too, somehow. But I could never tell anyone that. They'd just laugh at me. Stern, serious Megumi Shimizu getting sentimental over food, over cooking it with Dad. Big joke. Dad starts peeling potatoes while I chop the carrots. So, how was school? Did you have fun with your friends? It was alright, same as usual. I pointedly avoid his second question. Well, actually, there's one new thing. We got a new transfer today. Her name's Hinata Mikami, and she's from Sapporo, something like that. Sapporo? Dad pauses to look at me in surprise. She's out quite a ways. In her class introduction, she said her family wanted a more peaceful home. I guess her mom didn't like large cities anymore? Dad shrugs. Well, everyone has their own reasons for moving. This town has less pollution, too. Is Mikami nice? I think about how she talked to me outside the school when I pointed out the one unlocked door. I think of her easygoing smile, how readily she took to our class. I think of how very friendly she was when we walked partway home. Now that I have time to think it over, I wasn't annoyed by her, was I? I don't know what to do or how to respond, but she wasn't irritating. She was just talkative, and I'm not used to being talked to like that. She's really nice. Talks a lot, though. She's probably just nervous and eager to make friends. Hand me a carrot, would you? I pass a piece of carrot to him, and he pops it in his mouth. Crunches down on it before speaking again. So she's your friend now? Huh? Oh. I busy myself with the vegetables again, focusing on not cutting my fingers. I don't think so. I can feel Dad's frown intensify, even though I'm not looking at him. Why not? She sounds nice enough. It's hard to explain, really. I know what Dad's getting at, but it's hard to explain myself, my situation, without hurting his feelings. It's hard to put everything into words in general, but I try. Well, I don't see a reason I would. She's nice, but we're pretty different. I don't know how well we'd get on. I keep cutting, the sound of the knife clacking on the cutting board filling the gaps between words. She's really social, too. I saw her with a big crowd around her a few times. She's got a lot of friends already. Meaning there would be no room even if I wanted to approach her. I don't think I'm really her type. There's no words for a while. Just the clicking of a knife on wood and the bubbling of broth. Dad finally speaks. Can't hurt to try. He sounds tired, and I feel guilty. But all I do is nod, making an uncommitted noise in my mouth. Carrots are ready. And that's that. I still feel a little bad staring up at the ceiling at bedtime. I know what Dad's getting at. I know why he sounds so worried and tired half the time when he talks to me, especially about school. He's worried about my lack of friends, the fact I don't bring people over or visit someone else, the fact that I don't mention anyone when I talk about school, only the lessons and Ms. Haruna, about the fact that I always leave early, but always alone. He's worried that I'm lonely. But I'm not, really. My lack of friends is just another fact of life now. Like, my hair is long, and my eyes are blue, and I don't have friends. It's just another thing that makes me me. That's really sad. I hear Inoue talking to her, and even if she doesn't believe Inoue, I just don't see us being good friends. I mean, why would we? I've never had friends. There are two kinds of people in the world, is what I think. There are normal people. Those people smile and talk easily, look people in the eye and laugh. Those people walk right up to strangers and talk to them, and come away as friends. They smile, feel things, and they're just destined to be surrounded by people, it seems. They'll be successful and happy and loved. And then there are other people who are like me. We don't talk that easily. We don't feel very much. At least I don't. I'm cold, I'm numb, and I'm just a creature of routine. I can't make myself speak to others or laugh. I don't even like myself. I go through life doing what's expected of me, finding fleeting joy in the tiniest and oddest things. Like my cooking routine with Dad. People like me aren't meant to have friends. It's like a house party all lit up and warm. People like me are on the outside, looking in through the window. And I've accepted that. I'm going to grow up the same way I'm living now, get a routine job, and live a quiet, routine life, with just me, and the cold numbness I always feel. I've accepted it a long time ago, that this is my lot in life, the kind of person I am. I roll over to fall asleep, always dreaming of snow. Okay, guys, I think we're going to leave it off here. Oh, okay, it looks like it's starting up, but I think we're still going to leave it off here. It was really nice to meet Mikami. It looks like she wants to be our friend, and I really hope she helps break Megumi out of her shell. The ending of that was just really sad. I feel bad for her, and I think we can all relate to her a little bit. So I'm interested to see what happens to her next. I hope that she's able to make friends. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. If you want, please like, comment, and subscribe. No pressure though. And I'll see you all again soon. Bye.